Hi, I'm Alison Fonte and welcome to my post-college kitchen. Now that State Fair is over, you're probably really disappointed that the next opportunity you'll have to indulge in a State Fair cream puff is a whole year away. But luckily, in my hand, I have the official recipe for the Wisconsin State Fair cream puffs. So the recipe actually isn't that difficult, it's so easy I can even do it. So I'm going to show you how. You probably have most of the ingredients in your kitchen already. First, we're going to preheat the oven to 375 and we're going to put the cup of water in a heavy saucepan, cut up the butter into small pieces. Turn the saucepan on medium-low and add the butter. And you're going to want the butter to melt before the water boils. Okay, now it's just started boiling, so we're going to remove it from the heat and add the flour, which technically should be sifted, but I don't have a flour sifter, so we're just going to go like this. Add it all at once and start stirring vigorously with a wooden spoon. And you're going to let it rest for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so now we're going to add the whole eggs. Beat it in after each egg. And you're going to keep beating this until the dough is stiff but smooth. Okay, now my dough isn't completely smooth, but I think it'll be okay. If you have an electric mixer, you can get it a lot better. So now we're just gonna drop it onto a greased and floured baking pan. Okay, now we're ready to throw them in the oven. Set your timer to 35 minutes. While it's baking, this is the perfect opportunity to whip the whipped cream. So you're supposed to chill the bowl and the beater beforehand. Got my lobster bowl. And the recipe calls for 1 cup of whipping cream, but I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 just to be safe. So basically, just start whipping it up. Alright, when you start to get soft peaks forming, which look like this, when you can lift up the cream and it kind of sticks there, then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, whoops, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then continue whipping it all up. And you're just going to beat it until just before the cream starts to get stiff. So until you get the consistency of whipped cream, basically. Okay, while we're still waiting for the pastries to continue baking, I'm going to show you how to fill your pastry bag. First, you're going to take a little pastry tip and stick it in the corner of a plastic bag. Cut off the tip and press it down in there. Now, you take the bag and fold it in half and spoon the whipped cream in. And look, you can see the lobsters again. Then once you have all the whipped cream in, you can lift the sides back up and make sure this tip is all the way in the hole. And we're ready to add our cream filling. All right, it should be about time. Let's take them out. Now we're going to transfer these onto, well, wire racks if you have them, but I'm just going to use plates. And let them cool. We're also going to poke them with a toothpick if you have it. I'll just use a knife to kind of let them cool that way too. Alright, so now that our pastries are cooled, we're going to fill one. Just cut it in half, cut the top off. And unfortunately mine got a little bit burnt, I think because it's so hot and humid out, the consistency wasn't quite right. But it's okay, I'm sure they'll still taste good. And take the whipped cream filling and just fill it to your heart's content. Then put the top back on. A State Fair cream puff wouldn't be a State Fair cream puff without powdered sugar on top. If you have a sifter, you can sift it on top. If not, just sprinkle a little or a lot. And there you have it, a beautiful State Fair cream puff. Mmm. All right, now we're ready to put them in the oven. Set your timer. Whoa, what the heck? There's something in the oven. Okay, so we've got all of our pastries onto the baking sheets. Now we're going to take the egg yolk, which to do this, you crack the egg and you're gonna slowly transfer the yolk from one shell to the other, separating the egg white from it, and then put the yolk in a separate bowl. And we're just gonna add approximately 2 tablespoons of milk. You can just estimate. So then we're gonna whisk it up. We're gonna drizzle the egg mixture over each pastry.